I'll just cycle back in here with another stream, and this time we're gonna recap a little bit of the Grammy Awards. It's not gonna be very much of a long stream as my previous ones, but I just wanted to break down a little bit of the Grammys last night. In particular, the guy I'm showing you on the screen here, Mr. Kendrick Lamar, has made history at the Grammys as he is now the sole hip hop artist with the most Grammy wins, with 27, has surpassed Jay-Z, Kanye West, and Eminem. He has 27 Grammy Awards, took home 5 awards, one for Best Rap Album, as he won over Clips Let God Sort Them Out, Glorilla's, Glorious, Jid, God Does Like Ugly, and of course Tyler the Creator's Cornucopia. It was a stacked category, a stacked set of nominations, and Kendrick Lamar took home for that. He also won for Best Rap Song, and he took home with TV Off, produced by DJ Mustard, Soundwave, and also features Lefty Gunplay, one of his main connects that he had knew from in the past, that he collaborated on that record. And he won in a stacked category, of course, over Birds Don't Sing, uh, of a Glorilla's record, Wholeheartedly by Jid, featuring Ty Dolla $ign, and so and many more with that. That was a really the stack win for there, and he also took home the award for Best Melodic Rap Performance and for Record of the Year for Luther, featuring SZA, which is also produced by Soundwave as well. So yeah, he took home a lot of awards. Kendrick did, but of course last night, making history and continuing to set the world in the trend on fire for hip hop and the community. And he pretty much, when the speech, once his first speech was, as you see here, winning Rap Album of the Year, he pretty much, like he always does, in particular, when he gets home, takes home that award, he says, "Yeah, hip hop is always still gonna be here in connection, rap as long as you care and respect the art form as much as you can do." So congratulations to Kendrick for that. Now, my opinion, yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Congrats to Kendrick, and definitely a well-deserved awards all around for his songwriting, and of course the most popular record, more popular records than Luther, and of course TV Off, which has been played on many different soundtracks, which is playing many on different soundtracks on 2K, on NBA 2K, Madden, NFL, EA Sports. Then of course everywhere on NBA commercials, Major League Baseball, at the LA Dodgers game when in the World Series. So he definitely has been all around the globe with his record. So salute to him, and definitely congrats to all the contributors on the record, including him and SZA. She also did an amazing work on Luther, and also Gloria, which nobody talks about that record also. But yeah, man, congrats to Kendrick for that, and well deserved all the way around. And when in his speech, he pretty much said why hip hop is always still going to be here and always going to be embedded with the culture. I think personally, I mean, I would have loved to see Clips win that award for Rap Album of the Year. I would have loved to see that, because if we're speaking from just 2025, not just from late 2024 in November all the way into this year. I know people are looking at it because of the highest grossing tour and everything, but Clips, to me, the promotion for what they did with their album was also just as good, if not on the same level of GNX. But I get it because of what he did, selling out in 39 cities and 39 states, and going all across the globe and across the country. Yeah, GNX was already in practice to win. And you know how like the Grammys are. You know, once they see one win Rap Album of the Year, they want to try to make this safe kind of placement, make this safe kind of bet on who they feel like is worthy of that. That's why they went with that, with those picks and choices, especially for Album of the Year, where they wish that went to Bad Bunny, which I'm not familiar with what he's done. But congrats to but anyway, getting back to what I was saying, congrats to Kendrick for that. Being one of the only few artists to get that award. I also wanted to get mentioned too. Shout out to also Kehlani. She took home award as well for Best R&B Song and Best R&B Performance. Okay. And if you don't know who Kehlani is, she is probably one of the more younger modern day R&B artists. She took home for she took home an award for Folded for best R&B song and also for best R&B performance uh, from last year, and I thought that was really good for her. Seeing her taking home that was like something special because I've been listening to her music for a very long time, since late 2016, early 2017, when she had dropped her Sweet Sexy Savage project. I remember hearing that record all the way around, and she really was just taken aback. I was really taken aback, because she is a phenomenal, tremendous artist and really good singer as well. And she really put her all into this record, into this Folded record, man. It was all across the R&B waves. It was in the top 40 of the hip hop and R&B charts, and it stayed in the top five for pretty much all summer of last year, and definitely deserves its praise and recognition for that. So yeah, mentioning that too is really really special for her. I can't wait to see what she does with a new album. Hopefully she comes out with a new album this year. Hopefully that happens. But if not, I mean, hey, probably may come out somehow in 2027. You never know what could happen. But I can't wait to see what other ventures and what other songs he wants to try to write and come up with. I definitely will be first in line with that. So yeah, that's a great look for her. Really, really good look for her. Let me talk about. And of course, Leon Thomas, he took home the award for best R&B album. He took home the award for best R&B album for Mutt. Let me actually get a better. There we go. There we go, much better. So yeah, he took home the best R&B album for his 2024 project called Mutt, and he also dropped the project late last year, a small EP called Folks. He's continuing to just ride momentum and ride the wave and ride the momentum. Uh, he also won for a song. I think he was run for song performance, song performance or contemporary performance for Vibes Don't Lie. I really liked that song. I thought that record was nice as well. Uh, I'm doing a stream, Free. Hey. All right, guys. Sorry about that. So, like I was saying, getting back to what I was saying about the about the album, about Leon Thomas winning the album of the best R&B album for the album Mutt, and he dropped the EP called Folks last year. So if you haven't heard that project as well, he's just continuing to get the momentum and the wave of what's been happening, what's been going on. So shout out to him. Had a really good album came out, and he really is just riding that momentum. His voice, his vocals, and arrangement. They're him and Kehlani are bringing back the traditional. They're trying to bring back or bring a different realm and essence of traditional forms of R&B that I really have been liking have been lacking for such a long period of time, especially from bands and groups. There are some that's really there. Oh, thanks, Jimmy. Hey, what's going on? Appreciate it. But yeah, there's definitely there's there's definitely cause of what's going on with the traditional forms of what R&B has been capable of, and I feel like him, Kehlani, and a few others like Duran Jones and the Indications. I really feel like these people also are trying to for the younger and the modern day fans and the younger generation are trying to bring back different forms and levels of R&B, that really is for the contemporaries, man. That really is for uh, not just the average listeners, but for also for the old school listeners as well, that really are doing big things. So that's a great look for him. It's a great look for a lot of fans of R&B like myself. I can't wait to hear what he has coming up next. Um, I'm still listening to Folks as as we speak as well. I think that project was great. Uh, but yeah, really really good notice. A really good win for him. Now the last thing I want to talk about is the Michael Jackson biopic trailer that just came out. Yeah, so the Michael Jackson biopic trailer had just officially had dropped yesterday. I had gotten the whereabouts and and watched it earlier this morning, and man, what a absolute banger! What an absolute banger of a trailer, man! It just taking the essence back of being what MJ was as a being from a child star, and it's played by his nephew Jafar Jackson. By the way, it's directed by Antoine Fuqua, and it also has Miles Teller starring in there as well. I can't wait to see it. I said this last time when I did my Elvis review, and also when I did the Aretha Franklin biopic review of that movie some years ago, quite some time ago, and I said, "You're making all these movies that are centered around really good legendary artists, legendary singers. Why not make one that pretty much has some of his family members being a part of it, being a part of the film, and have it directed by Antoine Fuqua or somebody along that nature?" It is very familiar with Mike, and since becoming a child star, becoming the king of pop, there's a lot of modern fans who are loving youth and the younger generation that love Michael Jackson, that are very much familiar with his music because of their parents and families and loved ones that showed them at the time. Why not make a biopic trailer about him? And I said that back then, and I think it's reigned true to this day. Why not do it? This is the perfect time to do it. I think people will go in there and support, and go in there and love what you've seen and what they've done, and I think it's gonna be epic. The last one biopic movie that I really did not care for, of course, the two was Amy Winehouse, and of course I didn't really like that. That was called Amy. I wasn't really the biggest fan of that. And of course, what happened with the Bob Marley One Love biopic movie, I didn't like that one. Sometimes it can be hit or misses, depending on if you actually go into focus and detail about someone's life. We don't know how it's going to turn out because of what's going on. Well, we just got a little bit of advertising from this trailer, but hopefully when the movie comes out, because it's coming out around in April the 24th or something like that. I think that's when it's coming out. So don't quote me on that, but it's coming out around in the middle of April, so I can't wait to see it. It looks really good. It looks epic. Um, Goes into detail about Mike, his earlier years, of course, with Quincy Jones, his years talking to Quincy Jones. Then of course Barry Gordy with Motown Records. It goes in all of those details, and hopefully when we get to how he became the pop sensation, and that goes into so much elements and essence. So I really like what I saw from that, and I can't wait to see what's gonna go on and what happens next. So yeah, those are my thoughts on what went down at the Grammys and the trailers for Michael's biopic trailer for that movie. So tell me what you guys think down in the comment section about all these topics, and let me know. I'm all going to be out of here. I'll see y'all in the next one, the next video. Peace.